Hello, you guys. I figured we'd play some of the Introvert to Extrovert challenge just because it's been a while. I missed it. I'm trying to find my sim here. There she is. We're just gonna play that for a little bit. I might put a timer on because I tend to go a little long without realizing it. I find a timer kind of helps. Realize how long I've been playing. I'm gonna have her maybe take a shower. She's looking like she's feeling kind of grungy. Where's that cat? I used the same cat in multiple saves because it was based on my real life pet and whatnot. I was asked two very interesting questions at one point. One was, could I love a stranger? And I didn't know what to make of that question. I had a brain injury 3 years ago, and when I had it, I woke up with very little memory at the time, and I didn't even know who my mom was. She was a stranger, and I still loved her. I was still able to. My dad was in the military, and he joined when I was really young. He was gone a lot, and when he came back, he was very much not the same person because people evolve, they change, and he came back in a way a stranger. So I have a friend that I made who has a very similar brain injury to me, and it's a very platonic kind of love. And he was a stranger, and I felt that from the moment I met him, we just clicked. I've made friends with somebody who was a recovering alcoholic and trying to better their life. And we clicked. So, and it was I don't know what kind of clicking. But we clicked. So could I love a stranger? Yes, I very easily could. I have before, in a way. So it was, I don't know, I'd never been asked that. I was also asked why people would love when love hurts. And the way I see it is like a pet, you know, all the hurt you feel when you lose a pet is worth every one of those beautiful moments that you have with them. It's worth all the good. That hurt is worth it. All those times that they, you know, do something that in the middle of the night seems annoying, it's worth it. I've always believed that when two people love each other, they find a way to make it work. But I've also been a believer in, if you're going to have somebody else kind of try and figure out what my goals and ambitions are to see if we're on the same page, you're never really gonna know. Because if you want to know what my goals are, you have to ask me, not... I don't know, I don't do third parties because things are going to come across wrong or be misinterpreted, or I don't need a third party to know my goals, I guess. I don't really know. You're not really going to figure out if I'm on the same page as you, because to me, communication requires being direct. If you want to know if I'm on the same page of you bad enough, you're gonna ask me. But I also am the type of person, you know, when you come from a family where you have a parent who is at any point in the military, there's a lot of things you worry about, like they're not gonna come home, or they're not going to, you know, be the same or love you the same way, I guess. There's a lot of fears when you're a child, and at the end of the day, I'm probably one of the few people who could love somebody who has to travel a lot for a job because I grew up still loving my biological father, who wasn't always there because I was raised that I could be on my own, I guess. And I've gotten to that point in my life where that doesn't bother me as long as there's that trust there that you're gonna do right. I'm a very odd person, I guess, in that sense. Like, I like my alone time as long as you put in effort in some way, a text, and there's that trust. I'm okay with that because kids that grew up with parents in the military, we're used to parents that are, some of us, not all of us, I can't speak for all, of parents that are away a lot. I'm also the type of person that you can't tell me if you're going to make me happy or not, because you don't know what's inside my head. I know what makes me happy, but it's kind of like I don't argue without bad intentions. And if you want to know my thought process behind an argument, whether now or years ago, there's probably a reason and a very caring thought process. And that's something to ask me about, not someone else usually. But I'm a little different in a lot of ways, and I've gotten to the point I'm okay with that because I offer unique perspectives. It takes a lot for me to be an extroverted person, I guess. I want social connections, but I'm not a very, like, I'm magnetic, I've been told, but I'm not a very social, like, person naturally. I like one-on-one time with people. I like to see you for a bit and then go back to, like, my hiding talk for a couple days and then recharge. I don't know. I've kind of always been that kind of person. But to be asked if I could love a stranger, I have before. I also have always believed people can evolve and grow, and you're not really going to know where I'm at based on where I was a year ago or 2 years ago. Because I can evolve and grow, and it was just a very odd question to be asked. Could I love a stranger? Yes, I have. You know, when we meet anyone in life, they start out as a stranger. I've shown kindness and love to strangers that I didn't know. I've put change in donation boxes. I have donated freely. I have volunteered time freely and paid for part of the meal behind me and given things to people I didn't know well. So could I love a stranger? Yes, I could. I have. And if you want to get to know me, you're not going to get to know me by trying to get to know me through someone else, I guess. Because I'm not really gonna give you a really good idea. I'm gonna know that's, I guess that's your thought process. I just, like, in life, you're not gonna get to know me by trying to get to know me through your parents. That's just never, or to try to get to know my goals that way. That's never been me or the case. I do know that I really want a hot chocolate and some Moose Tracks ice cream. I'm throwing that out there. Yeah, it was an odd question. I did actually help my dad bag some bottles and cans because he does not have very good life. My dad has been every bit, you know, both my biological dad, I grew up with two dads, kind of. My parents were divorced. Both were worth loving in every way. My biological dad, I know, is really not doing well physically, and I've known it for a while, and I know someday that time will come, and I know it's gonna hurt, but I know it's going to be every bit worth it. I think in our generation, we grow up with this idea. We can decide if we're worth somebody else's time or energy or good enough for them. I think most people can decide that for themselves. And I think in this generation, we don't really try to work through things anymore. It's kind of like it's not this important idea. Love is never easy, and it can hurt. It can. It's those really good moments and those beautiful moments that will always make it worth it to me. I know there's going to be Tuesdays where you don't want to love each other because you've annoyed each other, and it's going to be difficult, but you make it work if you really love each other. That's life. I've always believed people and moments are important. You figure things out. And I've very logical thinking that doesn't make sense, and I'm generally not always one to be able, I can't explain it. It can be difficult, and I'm not always one to just take the time to explain it. I've never really been much of an arguer or fighter in general. It kind of just disrupts my peace. So if I argue, there's a reason and a purpose behind it, and it's usually filled with good intentions. And my thinking has evolved over time in ways, and so to judge me by so many years ago, you're judging a different person. People evolve. I don't think they change entirely. They evolve, they grow, they better, they improve. I am somebody, I've always believed that the thing that's most worth it in life is to love. We are here to love. People are emotional, social creatures. We need social connections, even if it's just one good, deep social connection. We need that. We are social creatures. We crave that. And I've always been one that it's kind of up to me to decide if I can handle what you have to offer me, and I can decide what I'm okay with you offering me myself. I don't know, that's just, she does have to meet 2 new people. I might have her, her travel. Maybe out of the city, because I don't know who's, she's never really been out of the city. I don't know. Henford and Dagley is new, so there's new people to meet. She has to meet 2 new Sims a day. And I feel like if you live in the city, sometimes you just want a nice trip to the country. I do want to pull up my sticky notes here. But yeah, but I'm also probably one of the most loyal people in the world, sometimes loyal to a fault. I've always believed that your weaknesses give you your strengths as well. You can be hot-tempered and really forgiving because you've known at a point what it was like to be hot-tempered. And that everyone has something to offer. I'm a very unique thinker. And I don't really usually share a lot of deep thoughts that I have. I kind of keep them to myself. I'm that kind of person. She is getting to know somebody here, which is really cool. I like the Introvert to Extrovert challenge. It is, for some people, very difficult to get out and socialize, and takes a lot for them to do that. What takes very little energy for one person may take a lot of energy for another. And sometimes we have more energy to spare to do A, B, C, and D than other days. I don't know. I'm getting into a little more deep thinking than I usually am, because I've been asked questions that just get me thinking. But I'm also a person where, I don't know, I only give so many. I've always given way too many chances to people over and over. I don't know. That's just also me. And I have a lot of interests. Well, some that are very deep interests. Like, I like art because that's how I express emotions. It's how I express what makes me happy, what brings me joy, what I love. Where I've lived, art is a way to express feelings and emotions, like music is. That's what our creativity is for. And I think should be used for. She's technically met 2 new people, so we've done that today. She does need more friends. How close is she? She needs her charisma skill up. Is there a mirror here? I would like... Yeah, there's a mirror. Maybe she's gonna go practice some pickup lines. I mean, I don't know. I'm okay with her just staying single. She's got a kid. She doesn't really need to date. I think I had an idea for somebody in mind. I don't actually remember who, though. Like, she at one point had a very specific love interest I had in mind. I think it was Jack, because Jack was a single dad, and I could picture them having a blended family. I also believe goals and wants, they change over time, and I've not really been a person to set a lot of goals because I know that they're gonna change based on where I'm at in life. I don't like to think that far ahead either. I don't know, that brings me anxiety sometimes. I think for me, like, people and places matter, so to set these huge long-term goals, like, goal making is great, it can be really healthy, but for me, I know what I want in life, like, but I don't really set goals, because that, for me, I don't know, it's not my thing. Who is this that she's, I really like her look. I just want to stop and admire her for a minute. But I also don't like being told really good things and then negative things, or negative things about my family. I'm loyal too, like family comes first. Like, I have a lot of values to me that are very important, and my first obligation will always be to my family. The minute something bad is said about them is kind of, I don't like it. And my obligation is to me. I grew up in a very tight-knit, protective family, so I grew up with those family values, and that as long as I did my best to do right and try right, things would be okay. She's gonna attempt an introduction. Why not? That would actually be very bold, because she's a celebrity. So I feel like that'd be a bold thing for her to be like, hey, can I introduce myself? Like, that would really be trying to step out, and she's trying to be more extroverted for her job, because they want her to now. She's a writer. They want her to be able to promote herself. She wants to be this good author. Oh, it didn't work. Poor baby. Let's go brighten Miss Scott's day. I mean, we do need friends. Let's ask about her career. Okay, I'm gonna have her go home. She needs some things, like she needs to tend to herself. But yeah, I have a lot of values there. But I am the kind of person, like, I like people that are on the same page in some way, but that are different than me in a lot of others. I like there to be similarities and differences, because differences make us unique. If you believe everything and want all the same things as I do in life, you're gonna get boring really quick. You need somebody that you can have those differences, and those different interests and likes, so you can learn and grow from each other. I think everyone has something to offer, whether you think so or not. But I don't know. I've had a rough year this year. I had my dog pass, my cat pass, and it's been a long year for me and a lot of life changes. So I think for me, it's been a positive year in some ways, and it's been a tough year. Oh, I like that she's bringing up like her mental skills. She's really close too. I kind of like that she was doing that on her own. Like her mom, I guess, is raising. Her mom doesn't really want her to be like her. She wants to be more extroverted for her daughter too, and to build those social connections for her daughter. Oh, I like that she's leveling up. I kind of want her to do her creativity though, or her social. Because if I don't complete the challenge in this generation, I might have to post the rules at some point. Then I want to use her daughter to kind of do that. I like that these things allow them to do the social skill. It's because I don't know. I just like it. Oh, it's bringing up creativity. I always thought it was social. Let's tell a secret. Oh, well, it does do some social, so I guess it does both. I'm gonna have her play dolls. Can we not? Yeah, we can play dolls. I knew we could play dolls. I was gonna say, you lying game. Yeah, I don't know. And generally, I don't like people to assume what I'm thinking or the reasons behind it, because often we assume wrong. I want her to clean out the spoiled food, because that's just... No, I don't want her to dislike fishing. I want her to have scrambled eggs. She can do that for a bit. I do really want to get her her skill up after she's had some fun and eaten. I mean, she can play some games, I guess. What's her daughter doing? Did she do her homework? Is it completed? It's not. You're not doing your homework, young lady. I see you right there. I see you being sneaky. She's practicing a speech. I think that's nice. I don't know, I've also been one to just try my best to build people up. And I try to be very honest about... Oh, she's got a dad. Did I put a dad in the world? Does she... Who's her dad? She has a dad. I made her have a dad. Okay. Huh. She has a dad. I don't remember doing that. Like, they're not even together. They're not together at all. They have no romantic... yeah, because I always said she fell in love with somebody, he wasn't that great, and just kind of left. So that's David Huntley. That's the guy who, like, I don't know, broke her poor heart. But yeah, I think people evolve and change, but at the core, there's a lot that stays the same. And I believe beliefs and wants are always changing. I don't know, I think the one thing I've wanted most is somebody to share memories with in life. you know, to share those ups, to share those downs. Because to me, people and moments matter. And you'll generally know what has made me happy by what I draw, because I don't draw things that are not going to bring me joy. And I don't know, I'm the type of person, you might not realize how happy you made me in one moment, you know? There are a lot of things people have done that have made me incredibly happy in moments, and they didn't even realize they made me happy. There was just other things I was going through that they couldn't tell that their presence made me happy and that they brought me joy. I'm the person that I draw the things I am emotionally connected and attached to as well. I've made a lot of interesting friends in life, and the people that I've made attachments to are some of the most unique and different people, because I've just kind of accepted most people. I'm just like that. And I like to learn, I like to grow. There's a lot of shows I like. I like a lot of cartoons. I still like the old Disney shows. Sometimes I like my nostalgia. I like sitcoms too. My dad gave me his 2.5 Men DVDs when I was younger. Like, I have the whole set, only when Charlie Sheen was there, because like we stopped watching after that, and it was still good after that. We just were like, yeah, we're done. We're done. Like, the whole show was about Charlie trying to, like, better himself in my eyes. Like, Charlie trying to, like, overcome his childhood and work through that. And, like, they just... Once he died, I was like, yeah, I'm not... It was about him being able to love again, not... I don't know. I take a different perspective on that than most people. But yeah, I've gone like 30 minutes now, so I'm gonna end this here. I didn't talk as much about the gameplay or The Sims. I was just kind of casually chatting today. In my comfy, casual clothes. I'm just a little tired this week. And, yeah, I maybe the next stream will be more upbeat and energetic. Yeah, I'm gonna let people go. Bye, everyone. I hope everyone's having a good day.